chat. Getting the chat pulled up. Now I've got to figure out how I turn. Y'all know my computer's broke, so I'm having to do all this with my what you call it, my iPad. Hi Cheryl, how are you, honey? And usually, it'll let you excuse me, it'll let you like put at least your face up here. You know what I'm saying? It's not letting me do nothing. I mean, nothing. Let's see. I guess we could always make it look a little different. Let's give it a, All right, it's close to Halloween. Let's take a look at the, oh, no, I don't like that, y'all. I don't really like that. What about this? No. I don't really care for these damn bubbles. They don't do a thing. We'll just stick with that. It'll be all right. So, how y'all doing? Let me get up there. Hey, Angel, how are you? Hi, Lord Stromrider. How are you? You been doing okay, Angel? Y'all all doing okay? Y'all know my computer crashed. Right. I was in a live stream like last Thursday morning, like 3 a.m. Went to do our Thursday night kitty cat club. And what happens? Well, you can only guess. The hard drive fried. And so, well, it is now on its way to HP in Texas to get fixed. Hi, Solus. What's up? Jen, my love. How are you? No, I'm fine on this, honey. I was just seeing, now any other time I have sat right there and, put my icon up, but I'm not going to worry about that today. But I am, can I do that, Jenny? Put your icon on your, like you do when you're on, when you go live on somebody's panel. Jenny, you couldn't have got much sleep, honey. How do I do that, sweetie? And normally, I've done it before, but it's been so long since I've used my. The only thing I ever use this iPad for, y'all, is well, of course I use it during the day and stuff. But I mean, as far as I do I do my hangouts, or I go to I do go on live streams with it. Oh, good, good. Well, I'm gonna figure it out. I mean, it used to. I mean, it's like something's changed or something because it used to have this place, where you could you touched it and it like would literally give you the option, to do that. People are not going to be used to seeing us until we normally come on at night, and we're still going to come on at night, even though the computer is being repaired. We'll still be on tonight, but I just miss everybody, so I was like, okay, I'm going to go live just for a little while. See what my friends are up to here. Jenny, I think I slept I did. I slept an hour, got up, tried to lay back down, but it didn't work. You're right. I didn't think about that. And there should be one on it, Hi, Jen. How are you doing, Jennifer? I haven't seen you in a while, sweetie. Girl, how do you do that, Jenny? Girl, I'd be a zombie. I'm not lying. I'd be walking around like I was speeding on a natural high. I had some coffee this morning, and, that was about it. Hi, Dave. Dave. I'm so glad to see you. Diva Dave, my computer crashed. My hard drive fried. So, it's going to be like, I'm thinking they should get it. The box should come in today, and then we ship it in the box back to Hewlett Packard, which it doesn't have far to go. And then they said within 6 days they'd have it fixed, and then they'd send it back. Oh, cool, Diva Dave. Hey, that's cool. As long as I get you for 3 minutes. Jenny, are you going to go to sleep like today sometimes? Oh, we can do that? That may be quite interesting. I don't mind doing the chat tonight, but I've got the kitty cat, when we do the kitty cat club, that's what I actually need the panel for. I need the panel for the kitty cat club because, I've been good other than my computer freaking, crashed and burned, and I wasn't really happy about that. Oh, you're at work, Jennifer? Oh my God, you're going to work 2 jobs, honey? Are you going to be able to do that and everything else you have to do, sweetie? Lord Jesus, Jennifer. Whoa, girl. I told Tracy I was going live, but I'm trying to remember. No, I don't think Tracy's working today, but she may have like a doctor's appointment. She hadn't been feeling real good. Oh, chips. That sounds good. Oh, okay, that's not too bad, Jennifer. Once a week is like not too bad at all. But if it was every day, it would be bad because that would be a lot on you with kids and everything. Yeah, a lot on you. Get that down from there. Let's see. Hi, Granny. What's up? I love it when people do that. Lurking at work. I'm working today. Not really. My grandbaby's with me today. Addie, the one that says she's a YouTube star. Now, I have to admit, the kid has almost 500 views on her video showing me how to fart with a straw. You know, which really surprises me, you know what I mean? She's very proud of that video, guys. Very, very proud of that video. She always, when she comes, hi, Wendy, how are you? When she comes, she always says, Nanny, how many views do I have now? She's so funny. How you been, Granny? Well, Solus, if you haven't seen that video, I suggest you go watch it because she also teaches me how to do that dance flossing. And when she did this video, she was 6. She just turned 7 in July. But she's a she's adorable, and she was the one that was so sick. back in the spring, and they didn't know what she had, and when they found out, it was just, she had a little knot in her, behind her tonsil, and I can't remember what they called it, some long name, of course, and she was in the hospital for like a week, and then she came out and then went back again because it just wouldn't clear up. Scared us to death. Hi, Shonda. How are you? Thank you, honey. How are you? And Eric. Yeah, won't be long. You guys will be getting married. Y'all check out each other's channels. Band Runners, Eric and Shonda, they have a great channel. I've been to everybody on here. I've been to the channels except there's one. Let's see. Lord Stromrider. I have not been to that channel. It's the first time I've seen him. Oh, military. You were in the military. Gotcha. Interesting. Let me go back down here. I know, girl. I saw that. I saw that. I haven't seen the video, but I saw where that's what y'all were doing. It's hard, I can remember when I did it, and it's like it takes a lot to get just the right dress, Oh, Wendy. Wendy, you're so funny. Oh, Lord. Bye, Jennifer. Love you, honey. Have a good day, sweetie. Hello, David. How are you? I'm doing really good. Wendy, I'm going, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to your channel just so I can. Girl, I'm going to go check that out. I really am. I can't imagine it, though, but hey, I love it. I truthfully love it. Made my day. So, Shonda, have you found one you like, or just kind of picking out different styles and that kind of thing? Girl, I hear you. I hear you. That would be me that can't sleep. I think I was on a panel at 4 o'clock this morning. You drank cat pee. What? Soulless, how do you accidentally drink cat pee, if you don't mind me asking? Girl, let me tell you something, Wendy. When I married my first husband, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I was very much so pregnant. I was a junior in high school. And of course, he dressed up. We were going to freaking City Hall. Come on, people. I had on a pair of tight blue jeans, and I had on just a t-shirt. And of course, you couldn't tell I was pregnant, so it didn't matter. And I remember I was so sick at the thought of marrying this man because I didn't want to marry him. But you think you got to because daddy might get mad at you. They don't do that now, but back when I was, So I had to leave and go throw up several times, and I was crying. Hey, Kitty Barnett, that's my girl. Anyway, hey, Tracy, where you at? Is Tracy in here? No, I think she might be sleeping, Kitty. Oh, you came in on accident. Yeah, girl, I was throwing up, and that justice of the peace said, "Well, Debbie, why are you? This should be a happy day, and why are you throwing up? I don't want to marry him, girl." I was looking like a fool up in there, and I'm looking at my mother's look, giving me the eye. I was like, "Okay, you got to do this, Debbie." The only thing that come out good that come out of my marriage were them two children I have with that man, and he didn't even raise them. So, my husband that I have now raised my children. Now, we have four. They all turned out great. I was throwing up. I ain't gonna lie, Sean. I was so sick. Okay, you played. Simon Says, and they said drink out. Oh, like out of the dog water bowl, but little did I know the cat had picked. I'd have threw up. So. Y'all, it is raining so freaking hard here that it's unreal. That's how hard it's raining here. It's been raining for days. Now, mind you, tomorrow I have to go look for something to wear. I'm going to Mississippi. About a 5-hour trip from here, and I got to get something to wear to a wedding. And it's a friend of ours. Me and my ride or die are going. Dixie Charm Susie Q, that's my cousin, and my ride or die. And so, of course, I've got to go get something for this wedding. And I'm sure we will be the only ones that won't be bougie, you know what I mean? We will be the only, well, we're going to try to look bougie, but I don't think we're going to get there. You can try your best to be bougie. It doesn't always work. Well, I think if I throw in my Michael Kors shoes and my Michael Kors rose gold purse, that may help me out a little bit. Oh, I love David's. Oh, you're going to come to Shreveport? Girl, you would be coming. I ain't even going to be in town. Oh, you were here? Shonda, you did not let me know you was here, girl. I could have met you in Bossier. My daughter got her dress at David's. Matter of fact, let's see. Yep, she did. She got it there at David's. And it was really pretty. What the hell is bougie? Do you know what highfalutin is, or kind of like high and mighty? Maybe all miss. My way of saying it is, all uppity. How that's better, uppity kind of. Yeah, that's not me. I had a good time planning my wedding. I took a year to do it, and I got everything just right, you know. And it's good to take your time planning. That way, you didn't screw anything up. Stewie, what's up? That's it, putting on airs. Girl, Kitty, I don't put on no airs. I'm not uppity, but I'm going to pretend to be bougie. Y'all, I may take some pictures of Debbie and, and Dixie being bougie. Oh my God. Just the thought of that is kind of like, I am, gosh, I love Eric and Shonda. I've known them for a long time now, and they are like, what are y'all, about 40 minutes from me, Shonda? Maybe? Hello, Eva. How you doing, honey? I'm so glad you came in. Oh, I'm not kidding. It is raining like a mofo out here. Ooh, Kitty is, Kitty is, my girl. I love me some Kitty. She's a sweet, sweet lady. 45 minutes, that's it. 45 minutes. That's about like me and Lisa. Lisa lives in Hope, Arkansas, and my grandbaby is in there watching. I can't really tell what she's watching, but it's something on Nickelodeon because I'm real funny about what I'll let them watch. But she's also on YouTube, and it's set on kids, like with little kids. Hi, Allie. How you doing, Allie? I'm so glad to get to see you. You want to cuddle? Stewie. Who do you want to cuddle with? Oh, that's sweet, honey. Yeah, Lisa is a very, very, very good person. I love Lisa. Yep, she's a good, good person. Stewie wants to cuddle someone, yeah. That would depend on who you want to cuddle. I've got two cats and two chihuahuas. They'll cuddle. I tell you what, my chihuahua, she'll cuddle with you. Yes, she will. Not being ugly, but they do love to cuddle. Oh, Miss Kitty, let me tell you what the cat did yesterday. I was watching Rosie stream, and oh my God, Rocky was walking around. He stepped on my phone. When I picked it up, he was about to send a $500 super chat, girl. I was like trying to get the phone turned off. I was freaking out, y'all. I was like, oh my God, the cat walked in $500 super chat. I freaked out. I was like, oh God, if this goes through, it's going to bounce. Then they're going to take it out of my bank account and then charge me for the $500. Oh Lord, I was just like dreaming about it, going, oh, I'm in trouble. Oh Lord, help me, Jesus. But luckily, that's it. She had on her Tina Winnie bikini. I couldn't believe he did that. So now I have to, if I leave my phone, I have to turn it upside down because he does that if you have the computer or anything. How's my morning, Stewie? My morning's pretty good. How's yours? Hello, Legend. How you doing? Glad to see ya. I'm trying to do. Oh, let me do something quickly. See if I can pull up some of the. There we go. There we go. I There we go. Okay, I'm trying. Why is this show? Oh, there we go. I'm doing great, David. How about you? You're at work on a break. It's You know what? That's what it's doing here, Stewie. It's raining and it's cold out. Well, yes, you can, honey. Oh, girl, let me tell you something. Um, oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do, boy legend. Yes, you do. Um, my grandmother was 96 and she was in a nursing home. This was a new nursing home. It was about 2 hours from us. But my aunt was there that she could go if something came up. She was about 10 minutes away. My grandmother went to the bathroom in the middle of the night and fell. And what I mean by the middle of the night, probably about 10. So they make their rounds, they give the medicine, and then they don't come back in, most likely. My grandmother fell. They did not find her till the next morning when they come in to bring breakfast. And needless to say, my grandmother didn't last 6 months after that. And I said it was their fault. Because, people get hip replacements every day. I just think if they would have been on their game and did what they were supposed to, she'd have been able to do it without any complications. Oh, the secretary's still wearing a miniskirt. Stewie. Stewie? Is that one of your requirements? Oh no! Oh no, Eva, girl, that's so sad. I'm so sorry. Mm-mm-mm. And that's what's bad about when you get elderly and you stay home by yourself and you're out somewhere and if something happens, I think you ought to carry one of those. Now, my mother has one of these, but she refuses to wear it because she said it makes her look old. Well, my mom is 79. Hello. Those things you wear around your neck, or you can just carry them with you wherever. I mean, they could save your life. Allie, how is Rolo doing? Oh no. Oh God, no. Well, let me tell you something, Eva. What I used to do, and it may sound ugly as hell, but I used to march my ass down to that damn nurse's station. I used to tell them straight up, you can get this resolved right now, or I'll just go to administration. I really don't care which way you do it. Because, for one thing, my the family knew the administration and all this. They didn't want to, and they got on the ball. They'd get on the ball. Oh my God. Oh, at least your mama will do. Yeah, I mean, they're not expensive, but they are very well. My mother, like I say, legend. My mother has one, but I don't know what her deal is about that. But she just doesn't. My brother got it for her, and she still just doesn't want to use it. So I'm saying, you know what, Mama, I don't care where you go in this house, you better carry this damn cell phone with you. If I call your house and I don't get you, on your house or your cell phone, I'm 7 minutes away and I will go over there. I just can't understand. A lot of these nursing homes are very, very they neglect their patients. I'm sorry. And then I'm not going to kid y'all about this. I have heard the people that work there are people that truly work in hospital and nursing home settings that care about patients, okay? They do care. But a lot of these people, I've heard it said from their mouths, well, I went into nursing or whatever for the money only. And I'm like, you know what? That's terrible because you got to have some kind of compassion. Um, I was a med tech, which I lab testing and stuff. I rarely saw anyone, but when I did, um, they were treated like human beings. It just, oh, oh, that, God, that was so funny, Allie. Dogs do that. I don't know what's up with that. My chihuahuas do it. Oh, that's did, girl. Eva, did you say something to them? Because all you gotta do is kind of throw out a little hint there. I don't think the administration would like this because they won't. It's lazy. They just don't. I would say, how would you like your mother or your grandmother to be treated this way, you know. I told them the whole grandmother thing one time because they were young ones, and I'm like, what would you do if someone treated your grandmother like this, you know? Come on, people. I don't mistreat the elderly, and I'm going to say why. You will be elderly one day if God sees fit to let you be that way. You know what I mean? Make you that long, you know? Oh my goodness. Dang, they must be washing them sheets. I mean, they must be like pitiful. And that's, you know what, Kitty? And that's somebody that's good. That's someone that cares about the patients. That's the one that cares about the patients. I like to see that. You know, when I worked in the hospital, when I was doing my clinicals, I had to do like a rotation and phlebotomy. And I remember them telling me, do not spend more than 3 minutes in the room with a patient. Do not use butterfly needle, you know, butterfly things, and do not what was it they said? Just don't get it into any personal conversations. Well, you know, when you walk into a hospital room and you've got an elderly person, how am I going to say, good morning, Miss Barnett, how are you doing today? And then when they start telling you, you know, you can't be ugly, and then you're going to explain the test, you know, you're going to explain the test. And then you're looking at their, you know, looking at, you can find a vein, and sometimes the veins are on the top of their hands, and I mean, they're small and roll, and yeah, I used a butterfly, and yeah, I got my butt rimmed out, but you know what? I don't care because these people are, you know, they're human beings. My mother, if anybody ever, you hear me, ever goes there with my mama, y'all probably be hearing it on YouTube. Debbie Davis needs to be bailed out of jail. I will not allow it. That's just disrespect. Oh, Kitty, that's amazing. Ava, how stupid. Why would you refuse to lock the wheels when you, oh my God. You know that you can sue these people. They know this. Mm-mm-mm. No, that isn't how it's done. Nope. And that's true, Allie. I mean, that's what happened to me, and that's what, you know, that's when it got to where I was glad that I didn't have to deal with it and have to deal with people bitching me out about doing something good. And I remember being in the lab one day, and I heard the girls out front giggling. And I walked out front and I said, "What are you laughing at?" And they said, they pointed to this man out there, and to make a long story short, that was my kid's great grandfather. Okay. He didn't live much longer after that. And girl, I did some bouncing off some bitch's ass. And when they found out that that was my kid's grandfather, they were like shitting their pants. I'm sorry, excuse my French, but come on. How do you sit there as grown women and act the fool about a 90-something-year-old man because he had had a stroke and he was trying to drink something? I mean, come on. Your mama didn't teach you very well. I don't know what's wrong with these people. Mm-mm-mm. Amen, Eva. There's just disrespectful people in this world. I'm just, I think, yeah, it's a job to them and only a job. Okay. But you have to have some compassion to be able to work in the healthcare settings. You have to be able. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just you have to have compassion, and I do. I have compassion. Because I know, I grew up around my grandparents, and that I loved my grandparents. I was close to them, so therefore, it was supposed to be that way with all elderly people. Oh no, I've had that happen. I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Y'all know that my daddy passed away from pancreatic cancer. He owned his own building, commercial building, and a drywall company for 52 years when he died. And, oh, I know, Eva. I know, honey, because I've so been there. Yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do. And one of the neurologists came in. Of course, this was not one that I approved of. It was one my brother approved of. And she was, now mind you, my daddy had had a stroke. And you also have to remember he had cancer, pancreatic cancer, and we think it had went to his brain. And she asked him to draw all these different things. And this man was a smart man. He with numbers was amazing, and that's what he did for a living. And she looked at my dad and she said, "Well, I sure in the hell would never let you build a house for me." Well, my mom's sitting in there. I wasn't there. Okay. My mom calls me crying, telling me what she says. So you know me. I get close, get up there. When that woman come near my daddy again, I told her if she ever said anything like that to my daddy again, I was going to jail. I didn't tell her what I was going to do. I didn't tell her nothing like that, but I told her she was fired. She was to never see my father again because, girl, y'all, I was so scared. I was scared I was going to get. You do not disrespect someone like that. Oh, Eva, Eva, I was going to ask you about that, but I didn't know if you wanted me to. I wasn't going to say it on here. Oh, girl, you fine? Go ahead. Well, I'm glad y'all are talking, or you're at least seeing him now. You know what I mean? Are you seeing your mom? Yeah, I mean, it is sad. I mean, it's just people are not going to work. They were. It's about the money. Okay, years ago it used to be about people really caring and wanting to help people. Now it's about the money. Which is crazy. It's so sad. Oh my God. Mm-mm. Well, Eva. Hey, Shauna. How are you? You're right about that, Kitty. We noticed that where my grandmother was, and also where my mother-in-law was, because she got where she was getting a little Alzheimer's setting in, and other patients that had no visitors, that's the ones you would see that were getting, let's be honest, the crappiest care. Oh no. Bless his heart. Oh, Stewie. You know, did your mother call you, Eva? Girl, I know it does. It has to. Rocky, you better not touch my jacket, you little poot head. I couldn't do that to my mother, but with my mother-in-law, it it um it got to the point. Get your behind down. It got to the point that all of us, the daughter-in-laws, there was no way we could do it. My back is so screwed up. There's no way I could lift her, and she had to be in a wheelchair. She broke a hip also. She It was just bad, and she was only there. She was there. She went into congestive heart failure and passed away from that. She wasn't there but a few months. She lived in an assisted living apartment, and it was damn it. Hold on, guys. Cat, please. The assisted living apartment own was very nice, okay? It was like super nice. Hello, Leprechaun TV. But the only help you get there is they come in the morning times and make sure that you take your medicine, and if you're in a wheelchair and you can't maneuver it yourself, they make sure you get to the lunchroom and stuff like that. How are you, Leprechaun TV? I saw you somewhere yesterday. Let's see. It had to be Rosie's, Vinny's, or it could have been Nicole's. I don't remember. Maybe even Cooper's. I don't know. Wasn't yesterday. You weren't in Cooper's yesterday. Stewie's just everywhere, bless us. All over the place. Get your. We're going to send you. I'm going to send you to live in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's right. Yes, I know you do, Leprechaun, but I'm just trying to figure out. I think it might. I'm pretty sure it was Rosie's chat I saw you in. I'm pretty sure it was there. That's good, Shauna. That's what we did for my dad. When he went into hospice, because he had, yes, Rocky, you're right, Kitty. It's not big enough for Rocky No Balls, you're right. He'd be on the news every night, Kitty. We brought my dad home. He said that he wanted to die at home. He was in a semi-coma. Well, to me it looked like he was in a coma. I'm sorry, but he was in a semi-coma. I sat from the time he got home until he passed away. And I sat on one side of him. My mother sat on the other, and until he passed away. And it, I'm just sitting there because I worked in the medical field, and I counted, the respirations, and I'm like, when he got down to 1 a minute, I knew it was coming, and I was glad. You know, I don't want to make this sound bad or anything, but it was. I was glad to be there when he went because I knew he was at peace, and I could tell there was no, it was just peaceful, and that's when my little 4-year-old granddaughter at the time, JC, was 4 then. She had no idea what was going on. She didn't know my daddy was dying. She knew Papa was sick. That's all she knew. And she come running in there and she said, "Nanny, Mimi," and we looked up at her and said, "What, baby?" She said, "The angels just come and took Papa to heaven." And we're like, "What?" Like, how would you know this? You haven't even been back here, It's crazy. Hi, Dallas girl. Oh, thank you, Stewie. Clean. Your clanger dang done cut you short for the third time. Really? That's nice. I sure hate that. Let's see. I love it. I like them to get good care. I like people to get good care. I don't care who you are. You know what I mean? You deserve good care. Let me make sure I want to pronounce this right. Is it Dose? Doss? My niece has a boyfriend named Doss, and it's spelled like that. Or is it, or do I need to say it another way? Oh, okay, honey. Thank you, Dallas girl. If we can help you, we definitely will. If you need prayers, we definitely can do that. Okay, got it. Dose. Got it. Hey, Trace. I do too. I think it takes a very special person to, be a hospice nurse. I was glad that, I was allowed to administer my daddy's medicine. I was glad that we were allowed to spend, all the family with him, Yeah, it hurt like hell. It hurt like hell. But I wouldn't have had it any other way. Tracy, I think I got a whole hour's sleep. I was on a panel at 4 or 5 o'clock this morning. Honey, Dallas girl, let me tell you something. I have not spoke to my son in almost 5 years. Hi, China. What's up, honey? He chose this route, okay? And let me tell you, it does hurt. I cried myself into a depression, and I can't let myself go there because I just can't. Because I've got depression, PTSD, I'm bipolar. I mean, I can't go there. I've been through enough in my life. Um, oh, you sound like me, Tracy. Um, but sometimes, tough love is what you have to do. It is very hard. And my son has not so much as said happy birthday, happy Mother's Day, Merry Christmas, anything to me in almost 5 years. But he calls his pops, my husband. Um, he does anything his wife tells him, and if she says, don't talk to your mother, he don't talk to me. So this is how this is going to work. He's going to knock on my door one day, Dallas girl. And when he does, I'm going to have to tell him no. As hard as that may sound and as harsh as that may sound, I gave birth to him at 17 years old. I was a child, a child, a junior in high school, and I did nothing. I mean, I was a mother all these years, a good mother to my children. And then for him to do what he's done over because his wife told him not to, well, she can take care of every little, that you get. Because when you knock on my door saying, Mama, can I stay here a couple of weeks? Nope. You got plenty of money. Go find you a hotel. And that sounds harsh, you guys, but I have been through hell with my son. And he was my firstborn too, Dallas girl. He was my firstborn. That's why I was so shocked. Miss Kitty knows my story. This is why I was so shocked that he could do it. And you know what it boils down to? Money. Money. His wife is worth money. And so I'm going to do what she says. He's got twin boys that are 15 that rarely see him because of her. Just saying. And he gets mad if I see those boys. Well, I'm good friends with their mother. I still love their mother. She is the mother of my twin grandsons. And yes, I'm going to love her. He don't like that. She don't like that. Get over it. That is true, legend. That is true. I shed so many tears over my son, y'all. Girl, I know you would, Shauna. I lost my dad. I'd give anything to have my daddy back, okay? But when you think, my son used to come to me, Shauna, when he'd have a problem. He'd come to me and talk to me, and, he was the kid that can make me laugh, and all my kids had different things, that they did. Yeah, you know what? I can be thankful and say my children did not go that route. Now, Lindsay, when she was young, started dating this one guy, and he got her on Xanax. And one night, he ran over her, and honestly, he could have killed her. When you run over someone, like when you literally back over them, most of the time people don't live. Most of the time they do. And she's still here, thank God. But she stopped. She stopped all that. But it just the drugs. I mean, a lot of time drugs takes our children. And Shauna, someone said, told him to, I think it was my husband told him, said, you know what, that's your mama. You need to pick the phone up and call her. And he said, yeah, but after all this time, all she's going to do is bitch. And my husband said, how do you know that? How do you know she's going to bitch? You haven't even tried. Y'all, he has me blocked. I can't call him. I can't text him. I called his job. He had someone else. He's the big wig manager over here at this AC and heating carrier. And he had somebody else answer the phone and tell them that he wasn't there. Then I later found out he lied. We've invited him to dinner. He says no. So we're done. I mean, I hate to be that way, but we are done. We have to be. Oh, you're welcome, honey. Well, listen anytime you need us to. That's true, Miss Kitty. Well, you and you know what? I don't blame you about your daughter and not letting her have contact with him because it's terrible to say, but people, when it doesn't matter, but when they get on drugs, sometimes they don't have a problem stealing from their own families. I mean, we know they'll steal. I mean, people will steal to get money for drugs. I mean, it's sad to say, but it's true. Right out from under you. Oh, that's good. You're going to be going. I think it'll help you. I love this rain. It sounds so good. Is he in college, Dallas girl, or is he a senior or anything? He's probably in college. Okay, Leprechaun, please come back again. Glad you came by. Wow, that sounds like a good book, Shauna. Hmm, cool. Oh, wow. So you didn't get to go to the intervention? Oh God. Well, maybe it turned out. Maybe it turned out. Now, how long has he been doing drugs, Dallas girl, that you're aware of? And what is he doing, if you don't mind me asking? It seems like most of these kids start out with eating these pain pills, just saying. Yeah, I do too, Shauna. I watched that show, Intervention. Let's see. Let me tell you what that is, and it's so funny. It's really funny, Shauna. You know, we have our show that's called the Kitty Cat Room. And that happens to be my notification, and it just seems like it works perfectly because it always goes off in the kitty cat room, y'all. It always does. Let's see what that said. I suffer from bipolar. Me too. Me too. Oh, I have. Yeah, yeah. That's sounds like me. Well, let me turn that thing down. It'll meow the whole. I must have a. And that's turned down, y'all. It's really Rocky, Kitty. Kitty, me and Rocky's had it every night. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, okay, got you. I just don't, you know, these kids in school, they just, and it's sad, you know, some of them are just trying any drugs, y'all, any drugs. I mean, you know, you don't want your kids to do that, but you know, you can't be around 24/7, and you know, you tell them the bad things that can happen, you know, that kind of thing. Now, I can't lie to you guys. Yeah, I smoked weed back in the day, but it wasn't like this weed. You know what I mean? It's not like the stuff that they have now. It's like, no. It sounds pretty close, though, doesn't it, Shauna? Actually, Rocky's probably sleeping because he keeps me up all night. Now, Sophie tries to go to sleep, but Rocky, he's going to stay up. I guess it's the kitten in him. I just don't remember, you know, Sophie being this bad. Kitty, do you remember Sophie being this bad? Hi, Kelly. Oh, girl, it's been a while, girl. Glad to see ya. Yeah, you know what? A lot of times, if it it leads to other things, but you know, sometimes it don't. Sometimes that's what they do. But most of the time, if you see their grades start dropping, that's when you suspect that there's definitely something else there, or they start you know, staying out all night, hanging around really different people. It's like their life totally changes, you know. People don't call me. I don't answer phone calls I don't know. Oh, I didn't know you moved, honey. I hate moving, girl. I hate it. Oh, oh. Girl, his stepmother's mean to him. Hmm. Number one, he wouldn't be living with them people. Oh my God, he can live where he wants to. Um, and I ain't gonna tell you. I'd tell her in about 2 seconds. Don't even go there with my son. You know what? Let's come on. Okay. When when I met my husband, I had two little kids. I mean, two little kids. Um, little kids. Okay. One was 2. One was almost 4. And you can't like. He never once. And then he had a daughter. And that's something you accept when you get married. You accept the children. That's what you do. You accept the children as your own. This man accepted my children and he raised them. He didn't have to do that, you know. He wanted to do that. They love this man, I hate to say it, more than their own dad because he has always been the one they turned to. You know, when they needed something, they turned to their pops because they knew that he'd be there for them. He wouldn't judge them, you know. And oh my God, if I ever said that I didn't want my stepdaughter to live, oh my God, or my if he, I'm a, if my husband would have ever said, I don't want your children living here. I'd have said, well, I get you got to go. You got to go. Because, your children come first. That's just all I got to say. Children come first. Now, girl, what? Well, if I tell their dad, they'll take my daughter. How can they? How can they take your kid? Okay, wait a minute. Your ex has custody of your daughter. Mm. Well, you know what? Your son. That's probably a lot of your son's depression. Just saying. I mean, when you have to sit there and keep your mouth shut, and you're sitting there thinking your own family. This is a family to you doesn't like you. I can only imagine and doesn't want you there. I can only imagine how that must feel. Oh my God. I agree, Miss Kitty. Right, right, Dallas girl. I totally understand. We, you know, mm-mm, mm-mm. You know, y'all know that I don't really care for my daughter-in-law, and I'm gonna tell you what she did one night that really did piss me off. They invited us over one time to eat with them, one time, and they've been married. Let's see, Brody will be 7, December 7th. I would say they've been married probably 10 years. And they invited us over to eat. And Leah is a little overweight. And she had made some deviled eggs or something, and Leah kept coming in there and getting them. Leah is a child. Okay? Leah is a child. And I'm going to tell y'all why my granddaughter is overweight. When you sit there, and this is my step granddaughter, but it's my granddaughter. When you sit there and won't get off your ass to help them make healthy choices, but instead you go to Whataburger or McDonald's or whatever every 3 meals a day, what do you expect? Sometimes maybe things can't be helped. But go to the grocery store, get healthy things for her to eat. Don't tell her just go in there and grab. Oh, go get you go get a honey bun. Come on. Anyway, hello, Erin. How are you? And the thing that gets me, we got ready to eat, and she tells Leah, Leah, go to your bedroom when the adults are finished, then you can eat. Let me tell you something my husband said. Oh, hell no. We don't do it like that. We didn't do it at home like that, and we're not going to do it here. The kids eat first, then we eat. She didn't know what to say, but she shut her mouth, and those kids ate first. That's true, Erin. Um, can you get, how old is your daughter? Isn't that crazy, Kelly? She literally is like, wanted the kid to, Leah, go to your bedroom, when we get through it, and then you can. I'm like, you've got to be sick. This is like wrong here, y'all. It's just wrong. And my husband got so angry. And of course, Brody was young, and they, it's weird. They have the twin boys. She is not their mother, but Brody is hers, and so is Leah. My son Brody is his, and the two twin boys from the other marriage. She has always treated my grandchildren, my grandsons, like crap. Like crap. Well, their mother told her what she'd do to her, so that kind of ended that. But, you know, I think, what? That if I were in the married, girl, mm-hmm, you're right. You're right, Aaron. And you know, to be honest, my granddaughter had no. She, I mean, when Mama brings home every night because she don't want to cook, Whataburger, Biggie size Wendy's, you know, all this fast food, you're gonna gain weight. Hell, I don't care who you are, girl. Kelly, I used to never mind my tongue with my husband's. You know, at one time, me and my ex-husband's wife, he's had 4 or 5 wives, but I never got along with any of them. Me and the one he has now that he's been with the longest, we've had our words, you know, we've had our differences, and but we do get along now. Oh, military. That's what mine was. Yep. Let me tell you something. My ex was military too, Dallas girl. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't know about your ex, but my ex was abusive, verbally, physically. My ex-husband raped me, beat me, was very abusive to my children. Um, just had a lot of problems, you know. I couldn't wait to get out of it. I couldn't. He was a drunk. He was an alcoholic. It was very, very sad. I know, Kelly. I know. You know what? I've got a situation similar to that, and it makes it really hard. Oh, girl, Kelly. Mm-hmm. It was the hardest thing. I'm gonna tell you something. It wasn't. You know, people kept saying, "Well, you could have got out." No, 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 no. You have to remember, if you're living in another country and how was I going to, get out so easy? It's not, it's easier said than done, especially when you are under 20 years old, you know. Um, you're right, Aaron. And, you know, they condemned Aaliyah every day. They called her, y'all, this is no lie, they called her fat ass, fat this, fat that, this fat, that fat, you know. And just the sad thing is, this was depression, y'all. She was depressed. She was eating out of depression because they would clean her room out, and behind her dresser, they would find empty containers of peanut butter, um, candy wrappers, just different things that this child had eat. What is wrong with you, baby girl? Have you got a toenail hung again? Because I'm not a girl. I can't get your toenail out. You'll bite me, girl. Y'all, she bites the fire out of me. I don't even have a place on here. Wait a minute. Let me see if this will pause for me. Y'all tell me if this pauses. Just a second. I'll go get it. Hold on. Let me see if this pauses. Can you hear me talking? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me see if it paused. Oh, shit. Well, damn. I'm trying to pause this thing. Can you cheer me? That's crazy. I thought this had pause. Let me see. That didn't pause it either, did it? Baby, don't touch, baby. Don't touch her, honey. Okay. I can't. The thing is, for some reason, it won't mute it. Like I was telling Jenny, like Jen earlier. Usually I go on here and I do a live, and it sets up. Give me a minute. Oh, here it is, y'all. I'm gonna put y'all on mute just a second, okay? Okay, guys. I did. She's got her toenail hung up in her blanket, and the last time I tried to get her toenail out of the blanket, she bit the crap out of me. So I'm hoping she'll work it out by herself. Peanut butter is good food. Y'all, but she was eating jars of peanut butter, y'all. Jars. They would go to Sam's, like Costco's, buy the double biggest things of peanut butter they have. She would eat that whole jar. We didn't, we wouldn't know what, you know. But when you're being constantly belittled, you know what I mean? Oh, thank you, Boy Legend. Come back anytime. Hope you have a nice day. I hear you, boy. I've got my thing filled out for absentee voting. What's up, Ash? Y'all, this dog is so pitiful. Y'all, she wants a pee so bad, and she does not want. She does not want to go out in that rain, and she's sitting there going, you know how they looking for a place to pee, and she's like, I don't want to be out here. I'm gonna get soaked. She's like, oh my God, I'm forced to go out here and do it anyway. Well, I haven't seen my granddaughter in, like, physically seen her, except in pictures in almost 5 years, and I really hope that she's doing okay. But like I said, that's on my son, y'all. That's on my son. If you let your wife or your husband tell you that you can't see your mama, and you say, okay, then you know what? That's on you. Because I'm going to tell you this, there will never come a day when my husband will even go there with me and say, you cannot see your mother, because that'll be the day that I will tell him, excuse my French, get the fuck out. Sorry, don't mean to be ugly. Or I can always go to, hey, see ya. No big deal. But, there are people that do that. There are people that do that, and she's one of them. Aaron, my son, has not called me in almost 5 years because his wife won't allow it. I know, but let me tell you, Ash, one of the reasons, and I'm going to tell you guys the reason. We have 4 kids. He's the only one that does this. He now is not talking to his biological dad. What he did is when he quit talking to me, he started talking to his biological dad. And of course, that's how they work. She's very manipulative. That's what she does. And they got my twin grandkids in July for their birthday. Oh my God, all they did was buy the boys a birthday cake and have them over, eat the birthday cake with them guys, okay? And then they went home. And let me tell you something, this man flew the coop, flipped the gourd. I mean, the wife was pissed, and so for my son was pissed, and it's just crazy, guys. It's crazy. And that's how it works. Very, very controlling. And I'm going to tell you why he lets her do it. It's the truth. I mean, it's embarrassing to say because he was not raised this way. Money. Money. When she's 51, which means many years from now, either way, when she turns 51, she's going to get $5 million, bam, right off the bat. Her family are wealthy, okay. But you know what? He made that statement. He made that statement. That he liked that. You know what? He liked that. He liked that money idea that she loved. He got, she loved him. He got everything he wanted. And all I could say to her is she must be really bad. I said to her, I said, you know what, Christy? I would never, ever keep a man by saying, I can buy you this and buy you. I wouldn't want him. If I know that I had to buy, if I knew I had to buy a man, no way. You think I want that man? Hell no. Girl, y'all don't even know. She is, woo, way out there. Oh, yeah, it's very common, Ash. I have met numerous people on YouTube that had the same story, and then I didn't feel so much like a bad mother. And then I'm thinking, you know what, Debbie, you're not a bad mother. You didn't do it. I mean, this was his choice because she told him to do it. He decided, I'm going to do it because, she's going to get that $5 million when she turns 51, which is years and years away. But, some people, money opens people's eyes, I guess. Uh-huh. Exactly. And you're right, Ash. Let me tell you what's going to happen. That money will go to my grandson. After her, my grandson and my granddaughter. Not my son. He won't have a dime left. That is strictly her money. Now, this woman went and bought him a brand new truck just so he wouldn't leave her. What's he do? Goes right back. Just when things are going wrong, she goes and buys him a brand new gun because he's a hunter. I mean, come on. I'm sorry, but I'm just not going to do that. I'm not buying nobody's love. That's right, Miss Kitty. Do I miss my son? Oh my God, yes. He was, I would always say my son is the one that makes me laugh. He could get me out of a slump when I was depressed or just not, feeling it. He could come by here at lunch and just literally just make me just laugh my ass off. Lori is my daughter with a big, huge heart. Lindsay has a heart of gold also. Tiffany's funny as shit. She makes me laugh. All my kids have good point. They're all good. But then he met this woman, and it's just like I don't know. I would love, things to be the way they were, but, you know. I hear you, Aaron. Yeah, girl. That that is kind of funny though, Miss Kitty. I get it. Yeah. New truck, brand new. I mean, very expensive. Ford 250. So I don't even know. It's just way up there. And I'm just thinking, you know what? You know what? I hope it's worth it to you, buddy. Exactly. Exactly. And let me tell you, he has um, tried to divorce this woman twice. One time I paid for it out of the company I own. I paid for it with the one condition that it had to be paid back because this was $5,000. I wasn't playing this time. He'd got the first money from my mother, which was $5,000. So he owes $10,000. Now he's paying my mother. Now this is a man himself that makes well over $100,000 a year. Well over. And then let's go ahead and just say, he sends her $100 every 3 months, y'all. Come on. He sends me zero because he says I own a company. But see what he doesn't understand? When my dad passed away, I may can draw off that company, but it's not like every week. I draw a once a month thing off my company, and I can assure you it's not over $1,000. And I cannot go in there and draw any weekly amount, do anything like that as long as my mother is alive, and I hope she's alive a very long time. That's the way the will is, written. She gets any kind of, rents and whatever because, I own a hair salon and I own storage units. I also own property and I own 40 acres of land, and then I own a land where a cell phone tower sits. So we draw a monthly. Well, actually, it's not monthly. I think they do it by the year. I can't remember. I don't know. I'd have to ask. They pay for so much, and you just don't take out a company every. I'm not going to do that. But you know what, Ash? Some people care about money. Some people really, that's all they care about. It's like money. But I'm going to tell you something. That shit don't make you happy. Um, yeah, it helps to be, to be able to pay your bills, but it's sure not going to make you happy. I mean, you still can get depressed. You still can get, sick. You can, a lot of things. Money's not going to keep it from happening. Okay, this is how it's going to work. She has two brothers and her. Upon the death of her mother, they each inherit, each of them, $5 million. Now, the one brother already owns a men's boutique here, and he's making bank because it happens to sit in one of the most affluent parts of town, okay? And makes lots of money, and he's actually a good guy. I really like him. He's kind of distanced himself. The grandmother basically raised him, and he got the bulk of his money then. But that's the way that works. And then over the course of so many years, she will still draw money, and they have to spend so much a month. I guess to be able, I don't know how exactly it works, but it's so much a month that she will have to spend. And I'm thinking, it must be nice. You got to spend so much money a month. You know what I mean? You just got to do it. I may get bored with that. I don't know. That's true. Now, I know in this situation, the way I was told, if something happened to her, it would be it would go to her children, like in a trust, if they were under 18 years old or under 21, however it's set up like that. But I do know the grandmother specifically has it written that no one can draw it until they're 51. It's kind of weird. I know. I don't get that, but that's the way she's got it. Hey, Stewie. Oh no, girl, it'll never be his. And he ought to know this, but see, this is the way he thinks. She sits over there and says, "Baby, when I get that money, I'm gonna buy you all kinds of stuff and all that. We can get a bigger house, and we can get you this and get you that, and blah blah blah, and you can go do this and do that." So, he's done bought it. He had a Mustang 5.0, which he raced with. He sold that. Now, from what I hear, he's got another one. And, it's just like, oh, did she buy that for you too? Wait, no, you got to buy it because you don't have to spend your money. Now, don't get me wrong. He pays all. One thing about my son, he is, he's going to pay his child support and he's going to pay his bills. He has always been one of these people that pay their bills. He's going to pay it. It don't matter. He he's always got money in his pocket. His money, of course, but he's always got it there. And I'll be honest with you, one reason he has to be really like that is because she is a crack addict and she goes on binges. And when she does, you know what happens. And I just hope. Well, I'm going to tell y'all, I can't do it. I wouldn't do it. Ugh. But if you like living like that, and from what I hear, now this is just my grandkids coming to me and telling me things. They'll be like, Nanny, they call her Miss Christie. That's what they call her after all these years. Dad and Miss Christie fight all the time, throw things at each other, they fight. And Brody, this is what makes me mad, y'all. They let Brody play, what is it, what is that war thing where you can talk to him, and you should be at least 17. He's on this game, y'all, and he's talking to these grown men, telling them to F themselves, that he's going to kill them and all this. Y'all, that is taught behavior. He's a sweet little boy, but he heard them say this, and that's why he says it. You do not allow a 6-year-old child, and he was doing it at 5, to play those games and talk to grown men. And, I mean, Well, y'all know, think about it. There's YouTube, how people are on here, and they don't say anything because the way they look at it, it's like, well, he's out of our hair. You know, that's crazy. Oh, no, girl, it won't last long because their whole savings account didn't last long. My son was upset. Didn't take him long to go back, though. Oh, my goodness, Ash. Yeah. You know, Ash, one of my best friends that I grew up with, when we went to my high school reunion, she was sitting there and she was like, we were talking about our kids. And I asked her how our kid was, you know, because I was friends with her husband, ex-husband or whatever, so to speak, anyway, if you want to call him that. And she said, oh, he's in jail. And I said, in jail? She's like, yeah. I said, why is he in jail? He murdered my 5-month-old granddaughter. I looked at this bitch and I said, do what? Yeah, he was on meth and he murdered my 5-month-old granddaughter. And I said, Paula, you're just like nonchalantly telling, you're not mad. What the, you know? I said, what the hell happened? Well, he had a problem with meth, and the mama left him, left her there to go to work, and she wouldn't shut up. She was crying, so he threw her on the ground and stomped her to death. Y'all, I got so sick to my stomach because she kept going and going on and going on, and she said, but I go every week and put money in his commissary and visit him. I said, Paula, shut the fuck up. I said, let me tell you something. I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to get up. Number one, if my son murdered my grandchild, I'll be damned if I'd be visiting him or putting money in his commissary. I said, and since you think this is like no big deal, don't call me anymore. I don't want anything else to do with you. See ya. And I was like, y'all, I couldn't believe this woman sat up and told me that like it was no big deal. It's crazy. Crazy. I I promise you, my kid, there's things you'll stand by your kids for, but not murdering my grandchild. That's not one of them. I know, Tracy, I think I've told you about that before, Tracy. I couldn't even look at this woman any way anymore. I was like, she made me sick. I was just like, you think this is okay, lady? I mean, I can't even do it. I mean, I heard that meth is bad. I mean, think about it. It's made out of poison. I mean, poison. There's no way that could not affect your mind, Ash. I mean, Ash, didn't he have like moments where he would be crazy acting? Mm-hmm. I agree with you, Ash. Yeah, you're right, Kitty. I know. But she's one of these, though, that I found out that she really wasn't a mother, okay? She, she cared more about herself and what she could, and her son was left more than he was left with everybody else more than he was her. And so, God only knows what the kid thought his whole life, but she just acted like it was no big deal, y'all. It was like, she was just telling me some story that you heard on the news or something. I mean, it was crazy. Oh, girl. Mm-hmm. Yes, they're all bad. Those are all bad. And I hate to see where, like, I watched this show called 911. It's a series. The guy off Parenthood plays on it, and I think Angela Bassett's on it. And what's her name off of the Ghost Whisperer? She plays on it. Is it Jennifer Love Hewitt? Yeah. And it was like, I was watching something last night where this woman had overdosed on heroin. She went and bought, like a packet of the heroin. She goes in and, shoots it up and just overdoses. It's like crazy. Oh, Lord. Yep. Wow. Whoa, Aaron. And I'll tell you something else. I've seen women that have aged, that have been on drugs so bad, it aged them to where they look 20 years younger. I mean, I'm sorry, older than they really are. They look old. It's got to fry your brain. It's got to. Especially, I would think the meth, due to the fact that it's made with all kinds of, like cleaning stuff, and I would never, ever, you know, I say I would never, I would think I would never, I don't think like that. Stick that needle in my arm with that crap. Ugh, that creeps me out. Yes, it does. It does make them insane. See, I've known people on both, Ash, and I know they will sell their soul to the devil for the next, you know. Yes, and they get very, what is it? They think that I had a good friend, a very good friend I grew up with that was on it, and he literally swore that the CIA was watching him, y'all. The CIA. Now, hello. You couldn't convince this man that the CIA was not watching him. And then he turned the DEA was watching. I mean, it just was like, you know, went on and on and on. Anytime, Dallas girl, anytime, anytime. I'm on Twitter. Send me an invite. Because I remember seeing you on there and I didn't accept it because I didn't know who you were. And I had been having some trouble with Twitter with some people trying to. I actually did get my account cloned. That did happen. But I think it was you that was on there. And if it was, if not, I can look for you again. But just send it to me again. Some of the people doing meth, they snort it. But then you've got the ones that, they shoot that stuff up. Mm. See, I don't want to do that because I start thinking about people doing that and like you can die so easy. You can die so easy. I know, Kitty. That I'm not. Let me tell you something. I'm not going to do that. Number one, that would just scare the hell out of me. Yeah, y'all, I don't mind saying, yeah, I smoked a joint, back in the day. Addie's here, but back in the day, you know, in high school, yes. Can you resend that to me, Dallas girl? I'd appreciate it. That's true, Aaron. They do. They believe every, because the friend of mine that was on it, he believed everything he said. He believed it. Um, okay, now that what is that called? That KROC, is that what they're taking for pain? That it's what is that you can go to the head shops and get, and they're claiming you can take it for pain. Because they had a big write about it, and then they had a big news articles about it. And my daughter-in-law takes that too. That's it. That's what I'm thinking about. They go and pay. My daughter-in-law goes and pays, and my son goes and buys it for her, whatever. I'm talking about probably $300 and $400 a month because she's not only addicted to crack, but she's a pain pill addict. I'm just scared of all that. I really am. I'm funny about medicine, period. When the doctors give it to me, I'm very funny about it. Okay, that's KROC is cheap heroin. Oh my God. Oh. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. And you know what gets me? People are not scared, guys. They're not scared to do it. You know what I mean? They are not scared to put that needle in their arm or, you know, however they do it. They have their way or they choose to do it. I don't think he's scared to leave her. He's left her like, over the years, he has left her. I can't tell you the times, Aaron. He keeps going back. I mean, like I say, 2 divorces have been paid for. One by me, one by my mother. He never went through with them, so we wasted money. I mean, he could have got out many times. It's just goes right back. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm definitely gonna have to look that up. And it's sad that all that's coming in from other countries, y'all. Um, you know, I don't, Aaron, and I'll tell you why. Because he's never had a problem coming to me before, and telling me anything, ever. He's always came to me, um, until she did the whole crack thing, and he had to come home from a business trip, and then the police detectives were searching for her, and they found her in what they said was a crack hotel, and out by the airport. So she basically dropped my son off at the airport, went and got her some, dope, and went and did it all weekend, and used up every dime they had in their um, savings account. And of course, from what we were told, is when the money ran out, well, you know what happens with the crack dealers. Just saying. We were told that was happening in that hotel room. Now, of course, she says no. And then my my son said, yeah, it was. But then when I agreed with him, and he runs and tells her, of course, and then, of course, World War III starts. Hell no, Ash. She ain't super pretty. She thinks she is. She ain't super nothing. She just got some little bit of money coming her way in a lot of years. Ooh. I mean, she's not an ugly woman, okay? She's not. But she's just, her heart and her attitude and everything. Rocky, get out of that clothes basket. And everything makes her ugly, okay? I'm not going to even lie. It makes her ugly. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Her mother, all right, she sold her first child to her daddy for $10,000. Her second child, her mother took and has custody of, but she still goes and stays with them, and that's the one they call the names. And then, of course, my grandson, my twin grandsons have another mother. Um, he'll be 7 in December. He lives with them because that's my son and her son. And it's like no matter what people tried, they're still there. Yes, he's getting fed and he's getting clothed, but you could call CPS, but they're not going to do anything because they're going to go over there and go, well, there's food in the refrigerator. Well, and of course they're going to make it look that way. They may have, I don't know what they consider food, but if she's got something in the cabinet and something in the refrigerator, of course that they're going to be eaten. Then the house is clean and everything's okie dokie. I am going to have to look that stuff up because I've just never heard of it. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm not gonna look it up right now. I'm not gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna wait. But that's something I've never heard of. But I did hear that stuff called that crocodile. It's called crocodile. That, every time I read that, I want to die laughing. I hope she's super pretty. Hell no. And I got a good looking son. That's what kills me. He is like, dude, what are you thinking here? Money. And he wasn't raised that way, y'all. He was not. We had 4 kids. We did not buy each kid a car. They were told, if y'all want a car, you've got to work and get that car. And I'm going to tell you something. They all did. I have to say, they all did. They all had jobs. Lori had 16 years old. Lindsay had started at 16. Jeremy was 17. And Tiffany was 17. God, I'm just never. Hey, Rob, how are you doing? I didn't see you come in. I'm just running my mouth, looking around. My baby girl's got her toenail hung in her blanket, and I don't dare go over there and get it out. She bit me so bad. That little mouth and those little chihuahua bites are horrible. Everybody says they nip. Oh, girl, let me tell you something, guys. She took a plug, bit the plug out of me. I never got that thing to stop bleeding. At least she doesn't have rabies or anything. Mm. And you know what else is bad is when heroin addicts especially, they wear long sleeves. And that's when you start wondering, why are you wearing long sleeves in the middle of the summer here? It's 100 degrees outside. And then, I've seen them because I've known some addicts. And I don't know how they do that. I just, you know, And I feel for anyone, okay? Anyone. Oh, well, it was nice for you to drop by. Hey, Rob, are you still doing your lunchtime or dinner time things with Rob? Are they, you know what I'm talking about? And I'll tell you something else. Here you are, you just walk up, you've never did drugs before. How is it that do you just, I guess I've just been one that didn't go, you know what, I've never did this before, but this is going to be the day that I do. You know what I mean? Is this like, I wonder at times, is that how that works? Well, he's sound asleep in the clothes basket. Oh, it's been raining here 3 days. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I saw you, Rob, somewhere the other night. Oh, did you go? Do you go to Rosie's chat, Rosie O'Kelly, or I saw you somewhere? It could have been that guy up in what his name is Anthony. His YouTube name is whatever. I really do like him. My kitty is meowing again. You know, we were so looking forward to having TPG down into the kitty cat room, and then my daggum computer fried. No lie, turned it on at 7:30 to get ready to go. You know, get everything up and ready. You know, and all of a sudden it starts going crazy, and then it you know it just ran. I had did um an update the night before when I got off that. You remember the night I did that live stream, Ash, and we were like that Hondo and everybody was in. It was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Um, I shut the computer down. It did a update before that. Um, I'm sorry, I'm lying. It was doing an update, and so I just left it alone, you know, because it was going to shut down when it was done. I didn't touch the computer all day because if I use it, I use my iPad or something. Well, I went to use it 7:30 Thursday night to do the kitty cat room. Yeah, that was it. And just as soon as I did, everything, get on, everything went ape shit. It was like, I don't know, it started doing weird stuff. And then it said, I had no sound, I had no volume. I mean, I had no microphone, no mic, nothing. It was like it had been just wiped, and I couldn't control anything. And then it shuts down and it says trying to fix the problem, and then it says fixing problem, and then it comes back with that weird crap, all that gibberish, you know, and where you usually have to alt delete and whatever. It says something about repair, you know, HP repair, and I went, oh crap, oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to do the kitty cat room. I'm pissed because I had, you know, Cooper, Rosie, and Huggy waiting to come in, you know, into the chat, and we couldn't do it, and so it kind of, you know, made for a bad mood, but you know, we can still go live. We just can't actually go into the kitty cat room. But yeah, I enjoyed that chat last night. That night I did. After reality, not ready to live life. Right. That's got to be it, Kitty. That may be. No, it might have been Doug's. It might have been Doug's because I go to now. I'll go to Cab Sevens in the morning times if I go. Um, I haven't been to Green Bay Wackies in a while. Now, Doug's, I try to go to at least once a day. Donald J was fun. We had fun with him. Fun, fun, fun. Actually, the weird thing about that was me, Jenny, wait a minute, me, Jenny, Hondo, Mojo, and a couple of others were on in Vinny's chat. We're in Vinny's panel, and then Vinny kind of booted us out of that, and we ended up in there by ourselves. So then we got the other link, and we went back into there because we was all into it with Bergs. And then Mojo said, can you go live on your channel? And I was like, yeah. So then we brought it over to mine, and we just ended up having a really good time. I know who it is, but I can't say. Yeah, yeah. See, I figured it out, and then somebody accidentally said it, so it is the same guy. Because I said the same thing, Ash. I was like, wait a minute. Old Donald J. and Barry sound just alike. Either I'm stupid or, but no, yeah. You know what, Kitty? I went in there. I fell asleep last night about 10 o'clock. And when I woke up, Rosie was on. And I said, okay, I'm going to go in there. And I think I woke up at like 1:30, y'all. I'm pretty sure it was like 1:30. And I'm going to tell you something. It didn't take me long. I mean, once he left, I was my ears were just throbbing. I just can't deal with him. I cannot deal with him. Thank you, Rob, for coming in. I'll try to stop by really soon, I promise. You know what I need to do, Rob? And I'm going to do that right now. I need to check and make sure your bell is on. I've had the worst problems with my own. Nope. You see? I didn't think I was getting. Hold on. I'm going to have to unsubscribe and then I'm going to have to subscribe back. Okay. I just turned your bell on now. That is crazy. I, that's why I haven't getting any notifications. Okay, Kelly. Thanks for coming in, honey. We miss you too. Hope to see you soon, though. Yeah, I caught it. I guess I was in there about. Yeah, it's definitely a YouTube thing, Rob. I think I came in there at 1:30, and then I was so glad when Vinny got that link, and then wasn't it Vinny that booted him out of there? Pyong. I mean, I can only take so much of Berg's. He gets mad as heck at me. He, like the night I told him I could sing that song better than him on Smule, and he went crazy on me. Nicole and I have the biggest. Oh my God, we have a good time with them. Tessie, my cousin, how are you doing? Oh, still doing it, girl. You got a lot of seeds to melt, girl. Bless your heart. Y'all, this is Homestead Tessie. If you haven't checked her channel out, y'all do so. We found out we were cousins. And it's weird because we met on YouTube and I was just drawn to her for some reason. And then when she found out my maiden name, we kind of looked through our family, the genealogy thing, and come to find out we're like, what, fourth cousins, Tessie? 200. Wow, Tessie. That's when I was telling Vinny about that last night. I think he was like, "Wow." I was like, "Yeah." Found the cousin. She was a few minutes ago. She'd been asleep. She'd been up like me. I think she went to bed at like 5 this morning. She was on here earlier. You know, my computer fried, Tessie. So I've got it. Should be on its way back to HP today. And, you know, hopefully I'll have it back by the end of next week at least. Cool. That's a really nice thing to do though, Tessie. Oh yeah, did you hear him? Well, if I was Rosie, this is just me. If I was Rosie, I just, click, click. I wouldn't let him up there. Yeah, he made me mad when he basically told Coop, why don't you get down there and do it, do another night. You took over Rosie's thing. You know what? He doesn't have a clue. I mean, that's the story. Rosie asked Cooper, okay? And it's fine the way it's set up. If Rosie wanted it, don't you think she'd have done said, "Hey, Coop, why don't we, He was on his video last night. I just clicked into Lurk and he was bragging to this guy. And he said, "Yeah, I went to so and such place and to play, I guess he's some music place. And I got to play this guitar that was blah 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 and it was 50,000. I don't even remember. I don't want to even quote it because it's probably wrong. And they let me do that because they know me. They know the Bergs." And I'm like, okay, that's probably a lie, but you know, whatever. I didn't realize there was any talent in the side chats. Did y'all? I didn't never. You're right. If you don't have your side chats, you don't have a stream. Adriel, it's been about 2 minutes. Where you been? It's been a while. I missed you. Oh, oh. No, I don't know. If you think it is, I guess it is. I know. I know, Kitty, and I wished he'd just go. And he thinks he's so fine and all this. I just don't like him. I just, I've tried. I just don't like him. I'm going to tell you the one thing that I did get upset about. And is when they did what they did to Anthony, called him a pervert, pedophile. The guy has MD, okay? Super nice guy. I go to his streams every time I can catch it. And it breaks my heart to know that was, you know, they did that to him. Y'all dang sure helping. I just don't deal with them. Don't deal with them, you know. But I don't have a problem. I darn sure don't have a problem telling Bergs about himself, and he needs an attitude adjustment any damn way. I mean, this man still lives with his mama and daddy. Now, come on, y'all. Isn't he like 50? No, I'm sorry. He's 40. No, is he in his 40s or 50s? I don't even remember, y'all. Well, don't they? I didn't hear it, Ash. I didn't hear it, but I heard about it. And, mm, 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 mm. Now, I was very surprised at um, who else was involved in that. I was, even though I didn't hear it. And, honestly, the way I heard it was third hand. I didn't, um, but I really do like Anthony. Okay, it's somewhere like, yeah, I knew it was something like that. Yeah, he does, don't he? Yeah, I was surprised about, yeah, man, I really was. And, but I like Anthony, and I go over to his chat, and then, of course, somebody was in there yesterday, and they were talking about Boyd being so bad, and Boyd this and Boyd that. And when I pointed out that I was Boyd and I was nowhere like that, nothing like that, whoever this was, I can't believe who it was that they stopped, and because everybody is not like that, people that you know what I'm talking about. Oh man, that's bad too, though. Ash, that's bad. See, I don't hear any of that. Like, I don't go over there. I, um, I do not like that. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm seriously, that guy is so nice, and he is just a sweet guy. And I'm sitting here thinking, why? He's in a wheelchair, y'all. He's why would you do that? It kind of just really did upset me really bad. Because in all honesty, he's really a nice guy, and he's so paranoid right now with having to worry about who is who. Is this a troll or is this not a troll? And I've tried to give him advice on how to know if it's a troll. You got mean trolls, you got good troll. I mean, I've had trolls troll our chat for God knows. Troll me since I've been on YouTube, and troll Tracy and I since we've had the Nut House, and that's been, gosh, long time. And as long as they're good and they don't come in there calling me the C word, I don't have a problem with it. I can go with the best of them, but don't come in there calling me the C word, because you got to go. I won't put up with that. mm, 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 mm. What? Oh my God. Jesse, you know all about that crap. People, why would you tag? I mean, I don't know. This guy is just super nice guy. And, I mm, just because you associate with a certain group of people or community doesn't mean you're bad at all. There's going to be bad in all communities. That's YouTube. Tessie's had to deal with a lot, and Tessie's the sweetest person you'll find. And I ain't saying that just because I found her and she's my cousin. But I was drawn to Tessie before I ever knew anything about her being related to me. She's, I'm telling you guys, watch some of her videos and you will I like to watch the cooking, and I'm going to watch the canning. I'm going to get me some stuff to start canning next year around Christmas. I mean, after Christmas, Tess, maybe before, I don't know. And then I'm going to go back and watch Tessie's videos and do some canning. And And sometimes I have to pull myself out. Let me tell y'all, I had to get out of, go off of YouTube for a week because I got so, the fighting and the back and forth and all that finally took a toll on me, and I said I needed to back out just for a little bit, and I did, I did back out, and I don't visit a whole lot of chats. I do lurk outside of some of them. There's only a few that I do go to. It's no offense to anybody. I just don't get to them. I actually found a new channel that I love. Um, what is her name? Their names are Daryl and Tammy. Let me go find what that channel is. And her name, I think her name is, it's Chelsea. Oh crap, hold on. If I wasn't looking for it, I'd find it. But I love this. This is my like new go-to channel. It's like Chelsea and something. Chelsea Vine or something. But they go by Daryl, like Tammy. I think it's Trailer Trash. Let me see if I can get that. Trailer Trash Tammy. I think that's it. Wait a second. Yeah, the channel name is Chelsea Lynn, Chelcie, Lynn, and her videos are Trailer Trash Tammy, and they do, her and her husband do videos. Let me tell you something. These people have 410,000 subscribers. I'm not lying, besides Tessie's, these are the funniest people, and I mean, oh, let me turn that off. I'm going to turn that off. The funniest people I have ever in my life seen, y'all. I'm not going to lie. They are very funny. But there's a lot of dirty talk, Tessie, so you may not want to go. Oh, gosh, she is the one and only. Tessie, I don't think I'm getting your, I never, Tessie, get that thing for your prayer thing ever. And I don't know what's going on with that, but I don't get the prayer, you know. Oh, that's right. Do you send it? I mean, Tessie, is it still on that other channel? Are you ready to eat? Okay. Are you getting, is it cold in here to you, baby? You sure? Um, all right. Yeah, Tessie's been through a lot. I mean, Tessie's had some people hate on her, and I'm like, how you gonna hate on Tessie? I mean, really, people? Let me get my door. Well, no wonder it's cold in here. Nanny's gonna turn the. Hold on, Nanny's gonna turn the thing on for you. This cat, you almost gave Rosie $500 yesterday. You're not getting near my phone. That cat, almost, y'all. Almost. Haley, Addison, let me get this in there for you, baby, if I can pick it up. I think I can pick, well, maybe not. I love Rosie, too. Oh, yeah, Tammy loves Tessie. And she will take up for, let me tell you something, you don't talk about Tessie. Hmm? Oh, oh, buddy, I'm so glad you came to see me. How cold am I? Quite cold, buddy. My grandbaby's cold. I'm going to get her a I'm going to put the chat down for 1 second, y'all. So I'm going to take this heater over here. I think I'm just going to turn the daggum heat on because it's like 66 in my house. I'm not going to let my grandbaby get cold, just saying. Because that's my baby. I don't let that happen. First time this year. I hate doing this, but all right, it should be popping on. All right, sweet girl, it's popping on right now, Angel.
The storm's coming.
What'd you, Kitty? Wait a minute. I did. I cranked it up to 68. Y'all, when I looked down at that phone and I saw that $500, I thought it was going through because it said thank you for your super chat. And I was like, no. I was freaking out, y'all. And then all of a sudden, oh, I hate when the heat first comes on at the, Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do while she's here. Take it, It's like it was like 48 this morning. I don't have a clue what it is now. What's the temperature there, Tess? Addie got her flu shot this morning. She said her and her brother and her baby sister, Kinley. And she said it didn't even hurt because they had a trick to do. Didn't you have to cough 3 times?
No, so you had to don't even look at it. Then
Don't look at it.
Take a deep breath and you had to cough 2 times.
Take a deep breath. Don't look. Take a deep breath and cough 2 times. And then it didn't hurt? Cool. I'll remember that. What in the world? Oh, never mind. I turned it the wrong way, guys. There we go. Why does this thing tell me to turn my thing back? Rotate it a different way. Yeah. Oh, I didn't think about that. That's right. Ash, I didn't even think about that. You're right there. This old stupid thing is literally telling me to rotate my thing. I'm not going to say thing because then Buddy will say something. Smart, aren't you, Buddy? I'm going to set it right there. There we go. Open up. She's having SpaghettiOs. I didn't know you like SpaghettiOs. If y'all, I promise you guys, if you've never seen Addie's video that has almost 500 views that she's so proud of over here, you should go check it out. She is teaching me how to fart through a straw. And you get an extra with it. She teaches me how to do that dance called, what's the dance called?
The floss.
Flossing. But no, I cannot floss. I can attempt to floss, okay? I like to say that. I can attempt to floss. And that's about it. What are you listening to? You get your butt over there. I mean it, Rocky. Or we'll be sending you to Las Vegas. Rocky No Balls will be taking care of the, Rocky's going to be taking care of everybody in Vegas. Right, Kitty? Yeah, Addie's video is funny. Every now and then I'll go over there and watch it. And I get the biggest kick out of it. Hi, Impatient. Oh, thank you for popping in. How are you? Oh, Chicago? Oh, wait. Oh, I gotta send him Chicago. Let me see what that is. Oh, girl, it's been raining here for like 3 days. He gonna go somewhere because I'm telling y'all, he's been so bad. I had to put him in the guest room last night again at like 3 o'clock this morning because he was just acting a fool. I mean, he was taking things off the bar and like just getting on my table like he's on the bar. You're not allowed on the bar. Get off the bar. He was getting on my table, y'all, and he was taking my headphones and earbuds and all that. And I was like, we're not doing none of that. You ain't allowed to do that. And he just like, go right back for more. Okay. I don't like that. And he has a bell on his collar, so
Yeah, I can hear it right now.
that's
She's right
because
down there.
Nanny likes to know when he's coming.
Yeah.
All right, make sure you move your hair back so you don't get your hair in your sketties. Oh, there we go. I wish I
My
could
hair's
get.
so long.
Can you what, baby?
My hair's so long.
Your hair is so long, and you had.
Stop messing with my knee.
Well, Rocky, leave her. Get your butt up. He can't, y'all. He can't leave nobody alone. He just can't. Let me go get that water bottle. I bet he'll leave that alone. Let me get this bad boy here. Where are you at, Rocky?
Right there.
Now, you leave my grandbaby alone. Now, go on. She's eating, dadgummit. Oh, Lord. It smells when you first turn your heat on. I hate that. Yes, Ash, you have to go watch it. It says she really does have almost 500 views. Or I mean, she may have over 500. I don't know. But, yeah. It says, Addie teaching Nanny to fart, or teaching me to fart through the straw. Hi, Sean. How are you? And I had a really good time with her. I thought, oh my gosh, people are going to just flip. But they didn't. They were people were actually laughing. Because I had never seen it before, and it's just the way you use the straw. And I can't remember who it was, but someone come on there and they said, I'm going to show my grandkids how to do this so they go home and drive their mom crazy. I died laughing. Oh, it's nice and warm in here now, huh? You feel that? You feel a little toasty? Okay, good. See, Nanny is bad. She could sit here all day and not even faze her because I can't let my grandbaby be cold. It feels pretty good in here. Hey, buddy, where'd you go? Did you come and leave? Buddy comes in and says, and then leaves. Yeah, she's cute. She's a cutie. She was really sick at one time. Are you watching? What are you watching, baby? Oh, okay. I thought she was watching it. She watches some of the weirdest stuff. It's kid stuff, but it's different. How much battery do you have, baby?
I'm gonna plug it up. It's at 15%.
50?
No, 15.
Oh, yeah, 15. Yeah, we need to plug it in. Let's plug. I mean, you can still use it, but we need to plug it in.
There's a plug right down there anyway.
Did I miss it? There you are. There you are. CJ, I thought you left me. You must have. CJ, did you just wake up? Because I've been on a while. You must have just woke up. I didn't get to bed till after you did. I mean, before you did. Wait, that may be a lie.
That's some good stuff.
Got off that stream at you're almost done, right? I'll plug this in there for you to use. You want it in there? I'll see if I can do that. I got off that stream with everybody with Jenny and Mojo at I swear, I think it was 4 o'clock. Because it seems like I told Mojo that I had to get up or Jenny that I had to get up at 5 o'clock. And yeah, that's what it was. I didn't get very long sleep. Gosh, I didn't get any sleep. Let's get technical. And then I thought, when the hubby leaves, I'm going to go back to sleep. And I forgot I had to keep Addison today. And so I didn't go back to sleep because I didn't want it to be, Addie, there's also one of these in the back bedroom, okay? Okay. I mean in y'all's bedroom. Put that right there. Y'all, the things I do for my grandchildren, I mean it. Dang, buddy, it must be nice. I just can't, y'all, I cannot sleep. I guess I got insomnia. I got, if you touch that, I'm going to pop you. You hear me? I'm going to pop you. We're going to find a way. Quit that. We're going to find a way for you to stop being like that. Do you understand me? Yeah. We're going to find a way to keep you from being so ugly. You understand? Anyway, I got an email from these people. I can't mention who they're from because haven't did the review yet. I'm gonna wait till afterwards. But anyway, they sent me these mints and they do have, and you can look them up, but they have caffeine in them. So I've got to do a review on those. May wait till my computer gets fixed, or I may do it before. But I chewed up one of them on Coop's Chat the other night, and it works. You know what I mean? They work. They have 40 milligrams of caffeine. And it says on there, if you're pregnant, don't use it. If you're under 18, don't use it. And don't chew more than 10 a day. And I'm thinking, yeah, you ain't got to worry about that. That it's equal to like, those drinks. My husband drinks those things. And, girl, you ate every bite of that, precious. Here's your napkin. He was hungry and put it right there. And he's got it in the sink. Thank you, baby. Here, put it in here. When you get through, put it right there. Y'all, she's so good. She's always so good for me. You want to drop it in there? Oh, you got to dab your... Perfect. Thank you, Angel. I love you. I got it. Is that spaghetti? Hold on. Don't pick it up. Wait. Get this. Sorry, guys. Let me get her taken care of. There you go. Okay. Go throw that away. Go throw that away. And I'm going to help you get this plugged in. Then I'll go back in there. She's just a good girl. All my grandkids are good. You know what I usually do? In the afternoons, my husband gets home around... Addie, you've got your socks off. Your feet aren't cold, honey? Look at me. Let's put... I'm fixing to beat the crapping fire out of you, cat. Up here trying to eat the... Okay, that's it. I've had enough. I've had enough today. Put this on your feet. It's cold. Kitty. Look, y'all heard me try to call the dog. Rocky. All I have to do is put some food in that bowl and he come running. Why are you hiding, Rocky? Come here, buddy. Come here, big boy. No. Oh, no. Get your behind away. Oh. Y'all, this cat is bad. Do y'all hear me? I'm not telling a lie. But he's got to go to timeout because he is bad. Get your behind in the timeout. Now, there. I know that was probably hateful, but he just went to timeout. He's got to learn, guys. He's got to learn. In the guest room in the back. You have to do what you got to do. And he has an issue, like, if he sees your your ear things hanging down, he tries to bite them and eat them and just tear up everything. And he's horrible, but he's a kitten. I have to remember that. Even Sophie, runs from him. She's like, oh, hell no, I don't want none of this. Let me pull this shit. Where's my telephone? Do y'all ever lose your phone? I'm constantly misplacing something. Golly. I know I laid it down so that he wouldn't send another super chat, which was almost choked, but I can't afford to send $500 super chat to anyone. Annie, have you seen Annie's telephone? You don't have to get up, baby. You don't have to look for it. I was just asking. Okay. I'll go back through here. I'm sure it's somewhere. Come on. There we go. Well, I would like... Well, Impatient, I do have one. And it's been filled up, God knows, 3 or 4 times. It's one of them big bottles. I spray him with it. This cat loves a bath because, see, he's been with me. He was, his brothers were killed by those dogs. And so I brought him in at 5 weeks. So he's been with me since then. And, guys, my asthma's going crazy today. Anyway, he's known, I give him a bath, because those dogs had chased him. He was muddy. His little tail was messed up. And I brought him in the house and I bathed him. And guys, let me tell you, ever since I did that, I can't even go take a bath in my big bathtub. I can't even go in there and lay back and chill in my own bathtub because he tries to jump in. He loves a bath, so I don't know if that's why. It's because I give him baths. When I take a shower, he tries to get in the shower with me. He's cray-cray. I'm not kidding y'all. I found it, buddy. It was over across the room. Now, Impatient, if I pointed at Sophie Bell is 2 years old. If I pick it up to get Rocky, she's already gone, gone. Now, a lot of times, Rocky will look at me right in my face. Just sit there and look at me. And I'll spray him, and he'll just sit there, spray him. 3 or 4 times, and finally he gets the message. So I'm like, there's got to be something. So I popped him with a fly swatter. Well, he watched me lay the fly swat down. What does he do? He goes and picks it up and drags the fly swatter all over the house. So, I don't know what to do with him. I just don't know. I'm hoping he'll outgrow it. You know what I mean? I'm hoping he will. What he usually does, though, and Kitty can tell you this is a fact, and Ash may know this too. When we do live streams, this is when me and Tracy are on at night, this is when he starts. He wants to jump in my lap, he wants to chew on my fingers, or he's wanting to play with the cords. It's always something, so, yeah. There's my I've got person number 1 and person number 2 on today. Tracy, we're still going to do the show tonight. That okay with you? Let's see. Oh, that's what I need. That's what I need. Something. Sophie was on YouTube since she was a baby, and he's been on here since he was 5 weeks old. Rocky's a star. No balls. He was looking down there the other day, and I was like, yeah, you have no balls. If that's what you're looking at, you have no balls. Poor thing. I wish I just got up at 10:30. Tracy, what time did you go to bed this morning? 5? Y'all, if my husband wasn't up at 5 o'clock, you know, or 5, he gets up between 5 and 5:30. But I'm so, you know, I've got a alarm clock that goes off in my head for 5 o'clock. And because I need, you know, I make his lunch and get the coffee made and all that. And it's just a habit. And on the weekends, it's so crazy because I still will get up at 5 o'clock. Oh, wait, hey, stop. Girl, it is too bad that don't work on. I don't know that anything works with kids. You know, my kids, after they got up to about 16, they were, you know, they did the normal kid stuff. I have to say I didn't really have any problem with any of them. They just, you know, the normal. They went to school. Yes, they would skip school, and they would come home thinking I wasn't there. They'd either thinking I was working or I was at school because I went to college, you know, and then they'd pop up there and, you know, oh my God, Mama's home. Oh, what do I do? I'm already in the driveway. Uh, then they'd pull that. We got out for a parent teacher thing. What? Don't lie. I'm not at the school for no kind of parent teacher thing, so don't lie. They would always pull some kind of crap. Girl, that's me. Yeah, when you have, you know, when you have good kids, I mean, you're lucky. Because some people, y'all, oh, I got to plug my iPad in. That thing is like on, must be really low for it to tell me that. Let me see. No, that's my telephone. Rocky Cheese on all this too. Great. The iPad's got a totally different plug in there. Okay, it had 10% battery. Okay, now got that going back. Now, thank you. Kids, and you know, it's funny. It's not. It doesn't matter how you raise them. I mean, you can raise them to do right and wrong, of course, and you teach them to have good morals and whatever. But it doesn't mean that they're not going to go down the wrong path. You know, it's not. Come on, Sophie. Come on, baby. Come on. It. You know, it can happen. Not everything's a parent's fault. I mean, it's not. Get up here, sweetie. You can't control all of it. My kids always hung around the same group of people through high school, which was good because I knew everything. I knew their parents, and and every time something was done, I get a phone call, and I knew everything, so you couldn't hide it from me. Now I find out, hello unknown. Of course, I find out years later, and my daughter's like, "Yeah, we snuck out one night when you were there, blah 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 blah," and I was like, "Don't be telling me none of this crap now." I thought it was, you know, I thought it. I had this perfect child. Don't tell me nothing. Just leave it. Just hush. And they'll come to you and tell you all that. You know, don't come to me when you're young. You cannot be friends with your children. It doesn't work like that. I can be friends with my kids now. They're older. They're over 18. I can be friends with them. You know, when you're raising your children, you cannot be friends with them because they do not understand that concept. They expect you to say yes to everything, give them everything, let them go. You know what I mean? And it can't work that way. See, that's kind of how my kids were, Aaron. They would always just ask permission, and you know, the deal is, it's the only thing my kids ever did one time they got in trouble for is they went with Kristen, a friend of theirs, to her dad's lake house, and they didn't have permission. Kristen did not have permission. And a whole bunch of them went down there, and well, they kind of destroyed his lake house. And he was not a happy camper, let's just say. And Sophie, stop now. He just, that ended that. Of course, my daughter got in some bad trouble. I think at the time my son was right there with him. And the thing I would get mad about with my son is my daughter's friends would always hit on my son. And that used to make my daughter just angry as heck. You know, like, hey, you're coming over here to be my friend so you can hit on my brother. I did, no lie. I found one of those girls in my son's room one night. And I was like, hun, you got to go. And she's like, well, whatever time it was in the morning. I said, call your mama and tell your mama I caught you in my son's room and you got to go. And Miss Debbie, do I have to call your mama and tell her that I found you in my son's room, or I'll call her? So whichever way you want it to happen. And yeah, needless to say, her mama found out that she snuck in my son's bedroom. And I'm sure he was loving every second of it, but not that night, it wasn't happening. You know, my kids, I don't know if I believe that, because you know what? I rarely got mad at my own parents. I rarely did, but I did. I remember telling my mom and dad when I was a teenager, that I hated them. And I remember the first time Lindsay told me they hated me. Lori never said it. Lori never said it. Tiffany said it, and Jeremy said it, and Lindsay said it, but Lori never said it. It hurts. It just hurts. How old was my kid? Let's see. Oh, the kid that went in the bedroom, she was 15 and he was 17. You got me? You get my drift? That wasn't happening. That was not happening. My kid was not, and I have to say, he was laying in his bed, for sound asleep. I heard the door open, and I'm light sleeper as hell. And when I did, I sprung out that bed. First thing I thought, he was getting up. Well, no, it was her. And no, I told her mama exactly what she done. She got in trouble. Buddy. Yep, 15. 15-year-old girl. She was 15. And I'm like, oh my God, you want my son that bad? And, I guess this is what gets me about some girls. Now, let me tell you, she did not look 14 years old. I'm going to be honest to you. I mean, 14, 15. She didn't look 15, okay? She honestly looked like she was probably 18 or 19 years old by the way she dressed and the way she acted. And some of these guys that get in trouble, I know a guy that is on the sex offenders list now because when he was 17 years old, he slept with a 16-year-old that he met in a bar. Now, when they checked her ID, it said 21, right? So he assumed, okay, you checked her ID, she's 21, she's legal. So he went by that. They dated a while. The parents knew him, but when they found out, that he was, a few years old or whatever, they had charges pressed against him, and he has forever have to carry that stigma with him. That's things I don't, I get kind of, with it. Just there's some things I think are just not, when it's kind of a thin line there. You know what I'm saying? Well, I got 3 of them, Aaron. I definitely got 3 of them. It's really not right, Ash. It really isn't. it's I don't know. I think it's wrong. But then you do have these men, now that's truthful, these men do know. You can't tell me that a man doesn't know, a grown man, say 25, whatever, doesn't realize when some child is 14 or 15. Think about that. They talk different, they act different. Their manner, they're different. There's, this just in general, they act their age most of the time. And some people should be able to pick up on that. I can pick up on it in a second. Yes, they do. And I'll tell you something else I don't get. These parents are letting these girls have boob jobs, and all these different, procedures at 15 and 16 years old, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous to me. I don't get that. Let's see. Oh, Lord. Yep, yep. I had a friend that smoked some weed one night. She thought her head came off and that she was holding it in her hand, and they had to take her to the emergency room. She really got that, the anxiety got to her that bad. You always liked older women. Oh, buddy, CJ, how come I believe that? How come I already probably knew that? It should be illegal, but it's not. It's like, I think that in certain situations that I think that men sometimes are made more of an example than a woman. Like, because you've seen women that have been with 15-year-old boys. And I mean, I'm sorry, but I don't know about you. I'm not going to go lay with a 15-year-old boy and have sex. That ain't happening, honey. Nope, nope, not happening. I mean, he's not even mature. I mean, he hadn't even been through puberty. I mean, come on, it's barely there. No, you don't. You want, if he came to you, Aaron, that's a good thing. And, I wouldn't punish him either because it lets him know he can come to you anytime. Your parents caught you in the act, CJ. That gross. Oh my God. One thing about my children, and I was thankful about this, they would, as much as I didn't really want to hear it, they told it. They would tell me things, and I remember when my daughter told me she was pregnant. She was 21 years old, and 20, I'm sorry. And she worked, she had her own apartment and all that. She didn't, owe me any, or she didn't owe me any big explanation. She was an adult. I didn't think anything less of her, but she was not scared. She just came in and said, Mom, I'm pregnant. And I actually was like, I'm going to be a grandmother. And this was not my first grandchild. So, it just, it is what it is. Now, had my 15 or 16-year-old daughter, like I was, would have come in and said, Mom, I'm pregnant, I would have probably had a drop. I would have probably just had a nervous breakdown, but that's different because you know, they're still in school, life choices. It's just, I don't know. Free nookie and free donuts. You are terrible. She worked at the, CJ. Oh, man. Girl, I didn't even tell my mom I was pregnant. She told me. Oh. let me tell you something. When I had to tell my daddy, you know, that's young. Yeah, 15 is young. I'll never forget my mother saying, I was laying on the couch and, faking the cramps because every month I would get the worst cramps. I'd be dying. Of course, I'd holler, I can't go to school. I'm dying. And, of course, I put on that act, and of course, I couldn't, not as well as, And I'm like, And so my mom comes in with a trash can, and she sees the tampons and stuff, and then she's like, I know you're pregnant. And I went, what are you talking about? And she's like, there is no blood on any of this. And I was like, and that's not true because I had taken the ketchup bottle and put some ketchup in this thing. Now, this is how stupid I am. I was putting ketchup on like the end of the, the plastic things, what was the paper things on there. And she goes, you think I'm stupid? I know you're pregnant. Wait till your daddy gets home, little lady. Just wait till your daddy gets home. And I was like, oh my God, not the daddy thing. Please don't tell the daddy. That's the first thing you're thinking. Please don't tell daddy. And you're like it can be hidden, right? Yeah. My daddy comes home. My mom pours him a cup of coffee, and I see her sit down, and she tells him, my dad gets up. He comes in there and he goes, what have you done now? I was like, Daddy, I'm so sorry. I won't do it again. He's like, I know you won't. You've got 9 months to worry about this one. Blah, 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 blah. And then, of course, he wants to get mad at the ex, which was fine. It was his fault anyway. But the next day, the appointment was made, and I went to the doctor. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Oh, my God. Ash, I saw a video on YouTube to where there was a 10-year-old pregnant kid, and she was like huge. And I'm sitting there going, oh my God. You're laughing, you're flipping balls. It's so funny. Yeah, you can't hide stuff from Mama. I know that now since I have 3 girls for sure. When she showed you her CJ, you're so crazy. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah. I think I was more upset that I had hurt my daddy, because, yeah, I was more upset that I hurt my daddy. Because I would never, that's something I wouldn't want to do. I just didn't want to hurt my daddy. My mama didn't. My dad knew I smoked cigarettes. I'll never forget when he caught me. He made me smoke a whole pack of some kind of cool cigarette. I think it was Cools, those menthols that about choked me. He made me and my cousin smoke the whole pack, and we're like, oh, God, no. Yes. I was like sick as a dog. And then I told him how I quit and didn't do it anymore, and knowing I was lying every chance I got, I was smoking. He loved his grandchildren, CJ. He did. When he passed away, he did not get to meet his last 2 great grandchildren. He was, when, let's see, Addie was born, his last 3, I'm sorry. Addie was born on July the 26th, and my dad died on June 30th. My mother and my father's 54th anniversary would have been on July 23rd, and he passed away June 30th. And then Brody was born, December the 7th, and my dad never got to know him. And then little Kinley was born on September 11th, and 4 years ago on her mother's birthday. So, You know, that bothers my daughter that he didn't get to see her two babies. But I'd like to think he does. You know, I'd like to think he does. Girl, I did not stuff too. I didn't show. I don't ever show till I'm like 8, 9. It depends. With Lori, I was in my 8th month before I showed. I showed a little bit at Christmas, and she was born in January. With Lindsay, I didn't show until July. She was born in September. But she was also a baby that was supposed to be born in August that, ran a little late. Jeremy, I guess I didn't get, the most weight I gained was 18 pounds. I gained 18 pounds with Jeremy, 11 pounds with Lori. I gained, let's see, I gained 13 with Lindsay, 12 with Lori, 18 with Jeremy, and then Tiffany is my stepdaughter. Wendy, did you ever do anything that you hated, like that your mama's like, I'm going to tell your dad, you're in trouble. Wait till your daddy gets home. My mom would, y'all, my mother has never laid one hand on me, swear, ever. It was always waited. My daddy, okay, it was saved for my daddy. That that's me, Ash. I'll tell you what I do. I wear my blue jeans and I'd take a rubber band and I'd go through the buttonhole thing and then I'd go, wrap it around where the button thing was on my jeans. It was crazy. Anything with a button, nobody knew it. They didn't pay any attention. I wore regular T-shirts and stuff. Oh, thank you, CJ. I hope so. Girl, I'm not tall. I am about 5'3". Girl, 6 pounds. Oh my God, they got. Oh, that's not bad though. They rode my butt. I'm gonna tell you something. They rode my butt about the 12, the 11, 12, whatever it was, 13. Was it 13? Okay. I actually had gained. Then I'd lost weight. They rode my butt about that. Not so much with the 18 pounds, but the other ones, they rode my butt about that. I don't know why, because, as long as I wasn't overweight or anything, so they just, you need to put more weight on. You need to eat. I guess they thought I wasn't eating, but trust me, I was eating. How many kids do I have, buddy? I've got 4. I've got 3 of my own, and then I have a stepdaughter, which she is my kid. Now, my daddy would say, go out there and get a switch off that, go out there and get a switch off the tree. And I'd be like, no, daddy, pull the no daddy thing. And then the whole time you're taking your time going out there because I'd come back with a limb, one of those big limbs, and he'd say, go out there and get me a little switch or I'm going to get it. And I'd be like, Daddy, please, don't spank me, please, Daddy. And he'd just look at me. So I'd go out to the tree and I'd get the little switch. I get my butt tore up with that switch. I'll never forget that switch. Jesus. I can remember that switch now. Oh, you're funny, Wendy. I got you beat. How many kids you got, CJ? I used to like to lay on my back and watch them like look like they were swimming. You know, it was the funniest looking thing for the babies to be moving around like that. And they'd hurt. Sometimes it would hurt, y'all, like big time hurt. My son weighed 7'4", and he was 19 inches long. My middle daughter weighed 7'10", and she was 19 inches long. Lindsay weighed, now mind y'all, Lori was 2 weeks late and weighed 7'10". Lindsay was 2 weeks late, and I gained 13 pounds, and she weighed 8'7", and was 19 inches long. Like, dang, all of it was baby almost. You have 2 boys, well, 2 men. Oh. 7'1". Are you tall, CJ? All 4 were 6'13". Oh my God, Wendy, that's freaking weird. Oh my God, Ash, that's probably because you're tall. Do you think it's probably because you're tall? Your last son was 9. Woo! Oh my gosh, 7'1". I can't even imagine, y'all. You're 6'1", okay. Where'd he get to be like 7'1" from, though, CJ? And Wendy, does someone in your family tall? I mean, I can't say anything. On my dad's side, they're tall, but not that tall. They're like 6. You know, my husband, okay, this is what I was worried about, guys. My husband is 6'1". His brother that just passed away, now let me start at the bottom. Their father, who's been gone, was 6'4". His oldest brother that just passed away last November from cancer was 6'3". This brother, the middle brother, is 6'2", and then my husband is 6'1". So I was like, the whole time I was pregnant going, oh, please, don't let my baby girl be tall. Please, God, don't let her be tall. I was so scared that she was going to be tall. Just like I was scared my first 2 kids were going to be like, they were going to have fire engine red hair because they had it on my ex-husband's side of the family. I didn't care if they had red hair, auburn hair, whatever. Just don't give my babies fire engine red hair. I don't know why. I just didn't want them to have it. And I had that fear. Well, they don't, but still, they don't have it. But Lindsay is actually, she's 5'2", so she's not, 7 feet tall or nothing like her dad. He's 6'1", but 7 feet tall. I know, that's like, yeah. Like Shaquille O'Neal, dude, man. 7'1", that is like, ooh. Y'all, that's tall. Okay, so you're 5'8". That's really not that tall, though, Ash. Wait a minute. He's 12 now and taller. Oh, dang. Oh, he's going to be tall, Ash. He's going to be really tall. And men, it's okay for men, but you ever notice when you get a really tall woman, it's like, sometimes it's hard to find a man that's like their height or that's like taller than them. Now, Haley, my granddaughter that she's done a couple of videos on, she is a senior this year. She's about probably 5'6", maybe 5'7", but she's 5'6", probably 5'5", 5'6", but she wears heels, so that makes her seem taller to me. She's got really long legs. My my middle daughter Lori is also 5'2", And if you looked at her from a distance, you would think she's taller until you get right up on her, and then you see she's short because she has very long legs. Lindsay has short legs, short body, everything. Wow. I always wished I was a little bit taller so that I could, at least, reach. Because, I mean, no lie, when I go to Walmart, this is what makes me so mad. I'll go to Walmart and I literally cannot reach things, and I'm like, excuse me, could you reach that for me? If you don't mind, could you reach that? Looking like a dummy, but I mean, I can't help it. When you can't reach it, you can't reach it. Let me see this. Oh, Lord. This whole thing, I think they changed some stuff on my iPad. I'm going to have to look at it and see. You felt like an Amazon. I just don't. 5'8" is tall, but I don't think it's that tall. I've seen 6 feet women who are 6 feet and more. I've seen guys that were like 5 foot and 5'2" that were really, really short. Really, CJ, I didn't know that. Can you imagine the basic average man being 5 foot tall? I mean, even the woman, it's kind of. My grandmother was 4'11". My granny was 4'11". So we're shorties. My mother is 5'1". We just come from a family of shorties. My daddy was 6 foot, but oh, I have to look up at to my husband. I have to look up. I was talking, that I was talking to that Anthony guy that has MD, and we were talk. I was telling him that Clay Walker had MS, and he did not know that. He was kind of shocked. I said, "Yeah, he's had it since 1996," and it's kind of hard to believe, but he does. I don't know how he's doing right now, but I know that every now and then they'll give you an update on it, and he was still singing. George Washington that was not an attractive man. I'm sorry. I know he was the president and all that, but that was not an attractive man. Just saying. Okay. Hold on. Let me get these. My ear things are they're all kind of screwed up. The cat screwed my ear things up, guys. Okay. Get them back in my ears. There we go. He just really was. Well, I've looked at pictures, buddy, but he just wasn't attractive. Oh, I knew Abraham Lincoln was pretty tall. Did you really, Wendy? I used to like Johnny Depp, but now, let me tell you guys, I got several. One, one is Shamar Moore because he knows he's hot. He's hot. He can't help himself. Um, who is that? Who else is that? Oh, the guys on the daggum SEAL team. Oh, whoa, yeah. I tell them, I got to tell Tracy about that at least once a day. Oh my God, it's the same guy that used to play Angel. That the guy that played Angel. What was his name? Anyway, I can't remember. Oh, David Boitano, is that it? Hotter than a firecracker. Girl, the thing. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. He is too hot for hot. This is what I do. I purposely let about 3 I'm going to let the fourth one build up on the SEAL team so I can watch them back to back, and then I can see plenty of it because that one young guy on SEAL team knows he is got pretty teeth and stuff too. Yeah, he, can't help myself. I don't have. I wouldn't call it a crush. I just like to look. You know what I mean? I just admire. I admire. I admire a good-looking man. Let's see, who else is it that I think is just so. I can't help it. Some of these, you know, some of these guys that they have on these shows that are firefighters. See, we come from a family of firefighters, so I think my deal was anybody in uniform because one time, y'all, and this is a true story, me and my best friend went down to New Orleans. My husband was working down there, so we went down to New Orleans. We were going up into Cafe Du Monde, and my husband had taken a few hours off, and there was this motorcycle cop there, y'all, and he had on these boots and stuff, you know. Well, you know, I can't keep my mouth shut. Well, I look over at Marsh, and I'm like, oh, I just love his boots. And Marsh goes, yeah, I really like his pants, and I really like those pants with those boots. And my husband didn't say a word. He just like, So we leave, and we're going back to his apartment, and there was some woman jogging down the side of the road. He says, oh, I just love her tennis shoes. And I was like, bullshit. It was funny, though, you know. Oh, thank you, CJ. I have my moments. I know, right, Kitty? But let me tell you something. That cop looks so good in them tight pants. Then they had those black boots on. You know what a motorcycle cop wears. And I was like, oh my God, he's so pretty. He's so pretty. You want to just look, but look at the menu. Just don't order. Window shop. You just can't buy. It is what it is. But that David Boitano or whatever, that sucker is. I let him be my SEAL team any day of the week. He could rescue me from anywhere. I bet that no problemo. There's just some good looking men. I mean, I can't help myself. I gotta, CJ, you know I love you. I have a good time on the TV shows though, but I do. I mean, it's occasionally, you get to look at something nice. Men are like that too. They like to look, but then you got men that look and touch. You got women that look and touch. That's just not me. Kitty, who do you think is a sexy man? You can order, but you don't order. Who is it you like to look at? But you don't. You just look, or you think is good looking. All right, Wendy. Thanks for coming by. You like boys? Do you like the boys? You do the same, honey. Come back and see us. God bless you, sweetie. Is Kitty having to think about this? Kitty's like, No, because there's no man better than my husband, so I don't have any crushes or I don't like to look at men. Oh, thank you. Thank you, CJ. You're so sweet for saying that. Either Miss Kitty has left the room. There she is. Oh, you're naked? No, I said Kitty. What is there any man that you think's hot in the movies or on TV? Oh, my back hurts today. Hello, Rose 19 Pink. How are you? Oops, knocked myself out. You just dropped your fork. Show me your face. I would, but I can't get my thing on. Why do you need to see my face? I'll tell you exactly what I look like. If you'll go on my videos, Buddy can vouch for who I am. I'm whatever picture you see on my videos. I, I'm the one with the long hair. That usually has my Tracy has hers pulled up most of the time. I knew you were gonna say Denzel, but Shamar knows his. Oh, I wasn't expecting that one. What's the, huh? We are gonna be live tonight, and I'm gonna do a live on Thursday too. I have nothing. I mean, when we get to Mississippi, I have nothing to do with Thursday night, so I'll be able to do that. That'll be good. But I'm definitely not gonna miss Friday night. I have to go to rehearsal dinner, so I should be back in time for Rosie's thing. Hi, Kelly. You're so bad, CJ. You are so bad. And then Saturday I have the wedding, but I'm hoping it starts at 6, and then of course that'll be the reception afterwards. That's somewhere else. I'm really hoping. Either way, I'm gonna tell Coop. Please save me a place on the panel, Cooper. If not, by then I should be able to get up there either way. Oops. I've got to find how to. I don't know. Everything looks so different when I went. It won't let you. It's got all these different things, but it won't let you put your your icon on here. That's so weird. And y'all normally it used to do it, and it just won't do it anymore. Unless I've got it, something's different about it. Bye, Miss Kitty. I'm fixing to have to go myself. You gonna come in tonight, Kitty? You are so bad, buddy. You are so bad. All right, we'll see you tonight, Miss Kitty. Behave today. Do I have that on live chat? I do have it on live chat. Let's see. What the hell? Well. Let me click here. Thanks for coming in, Kelly. appreciate it. Oh, I tell you, the rain is starting to like. Been wishing, we didn't get rain all summer. Been wishing and hoping for rain, and then all of a sudden we get rain, and I'm like, bye, CJ. See you later. All right, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Tracy and I will be live tonight at 7 Central Time to 9 Central Time. The Nut House, same channel. Welcome to the Nut House. And then next week we hope to be back in business with the kitty cat room. But if not, it'll be the next. As soon as I get the computer back, the kitty cat room is back up and running, babe. I will see you all later. Bye, Allie. Love you all. Take care. Have a great day or a great night, whichever it is. And I think Allie's is like going into the night, huh? All right. Bye.